just excited to be here. It's like our second home. I'm not lying. Like, so many movies we've made here, it's home, and we love it. We fucking love Berlin.
The script was so good, it had so many good parts in it. It wasn't about, you know, a bunch of supporting roles. Everyone's got their thing going on.
When you join a movie like this, that feels like larger than life.
When you get to do a Brad Pitt movie and it's shot in Los Angeles at the Sony Studios lot, that ticks so many boxes.
Especially when you get to kick his ass.
I've never got to do anything like this, and truthfully, this one was just about getting out and doing something fun, bringing something fun. It's something I wanted to see, you know, post-lockdown, and I was hoping a few other people might too.
Someone missing? The one and only Brad Pitt.
Enjoy!
I think that all of us just had instant chemistry when we met each other. It was like instantaneous. You know, this was filmed in 2020, like right in the peak fire of the pandemic. So we were in our own little bubbles, and then we got to leave our bubbles to start this bubble. And David Leitch created such a great environment for us to go and slap each other around and like figure out what our characters' interactions were going to be on this train. So it was pretty natural.
Yeah, it did. It came along, the script came along at that really dark period of lockdown before we had vaccinations, before we didn't know how we were going to get out. And it just seemed like, I mean, it was so damn funny. It just seemed like the perfect salve for that time and this time, and it's great it's coming out now that we're out on the streets again and can be around each other. So one last thing, too, I'll add about the script was it had so many great parts in it that we were going to draw a really great cast, and that was true.
100%. The characters jumped off the page, and we were all excited the minute we read it, so it's exciting.
Aaron, Joey?
Oh, I was like, dang, they kind of covered it.
Oh, Joey.
I was just sitting back. I was like, yep, that sums it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this was a script that just gave so many great opportunities. It was just, these characters are so brilliantly bombastic, and you know, with David Leitch and this heightened reality, you know, just allowed us to really want to explore and play. I mean, it's got a lot of light in it, and you know, great cast, you know. So it was an instant like I want to be a part of this one, and so you know, it was extraordinary.
On the page, the characters were really wacko, but these guys took it to a whole nother level.
100%.
True.
I never envisioned it would turn out as crazy, but I'm glad it did. I mean, it's always, as a choreographer, you want to put constraints on yourself. You want a problem to solve in the choreography. So, you know, the box of the train was like daunting, but I think it presented those opportunities to make it fun. So, you know, the choreography team, we put together an amazing team of guys, and they were up for the challenge. We created environments inside the train. So you could have different props and weapons to play with, and you know, just to make sure that you would keep it fresh and original. But again, the constraints lead to creativity, and I think that I like that as a choreographer.
I gotta say that was a big thing for me. It was like the feeling of claustrophobia, like and these contained sort of spaces allowed us to kind of you use that with our characters. And then David Leitch is so brilliant. Like there's this great sequence with Brad and Brian, and they've got a fight sequence in by the table and in the chairs, but then it's the quiet zone, and then there's someone's telling them to be quiet, and then they're going to beat each other, but they got to hold that. You know, it's just so many layers of confrontation and conflict, and it's stuff like that we played with, and it really allowed us, as it was just sort of, you know, acting sort of gold. It was just, you know, giving us a challenge constantly every day, so that was great.
Well, that comes with the territory. Aaron, you may want to take that one.
I got a boo-boo.
Yeah.
I got a really good boo-boo. It was a Brad Pitt, like, jump kicked me and then landed on my hand and sliced it open, and now I've got my, like, Fight Club scar. But it should be there. It's about there. Anyway, it's really cool. It's all good. It's all good.
It was really the wooziness of the...
Yeah, then I passed out. But that's our movie, that one. We only got it once.
It comes with the territory. We all really wanted to get in there and do our fights, except Brad. But for the most part, we all were getting in there. Like, with David Leitch gives you something with the David Leitch touch on it, you want to do it. You know, you want to get in there and commit as much as you can. And I think we all like had a lot of rage coming in because we were stuck in our houses. So beating each other up was the most cathartic thing. It was great.
So any bruises?
I opened a door on my thigh one day on set, and I started bleeding, and I still have the scar to prove it. So that's my bullet train scar story.
I was fine. No problem.
It was fine.
Yo,
Whatever.
Dave Leitch. Dave comes from the stunt world. Dave actually was my stunt double, stuntman for me in '98. The Fight Club. We met on Fight Club.
Yep.
And he trained me for the fights. And it worked so well. We went on with that pairing till about '04 with a bunch of other films. And then he left me to do other things. And now it's come back around for a full circle, so it's really nice for me to have him as the boss now.
It's been a blast. I can't say it's been a blast. We had a great time.
Dream come true.
I do like that. I mean, within this what I think is a really funny film, there is this undercurrent this message of fate and that we are all agents of fate in some way. I tend to lean this way. I tend to believe this way. This is something I argue with myself a lot. I don't know, how much is fate, like we're puppets in some bigger play, or how much is, personal will or manifestation or whatever you want to define it. I think they're both at play, only because I don't have a better answer.
And that's fate.
I didn't even realize it's been like 3 years, because we've been in lockdown and haven't brought anything to the table in a while. But at the same time, it's not that aspect of it. It's just nice, we all put everything we had into telling the story. It's come together. The planets almost have to align for a movie to be good. And we're really like pretty proud of this one, and it's really nice to now to let it go and let people, hopefully people will be enjoying it together in a theater, laughing.
Again, there was a lot of this in the DNA of the characters on the page, and Zak Olkewicz, the writer, did an incredible job, but putting these two together is like, it's a gasoline in a match, and once you light it, you just want to let it burn for a while. And I had the fire extinguisher just on take 20.
These metaphors feel loaded.
But it was a contained fire.
Okay.
You have to let them. You have to let them play because you're getting gold. And so I want to say, like, making a movie is a collaboration, and to collaborate with these guys and everyone on the stage is a beautiful thing because we had such a great team. But how did you guys feel about working together?
It's like that,
I got over it.
I showed up. It's that rare thing, like you're very lucky when you find somebody that you can volley off of, when you get that chemistry that's instantaneous that you can play with. You can let your guard down. You would I think you called us in for a chemistry read, and I remember us sitting down. He made this makeshift train car, honestly, and it was really daunting and weird. And we were like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna pretend to be on the train. We sat our scripts down on the table, and we just sat across from each other, and we just started going there. We just threw the scripts away. Well, we don't need this. But Aaron and I've been a fan of his for a long time, and everyone up here I've been a fan of for a long time, except Brad Pitt. And when I got a chance to play with Aaron, it was so much fun. There was you weren't second guessing anything. You didn't feel guarded. You just it was like meeting my best friend, and just having a good time. So David let us do that. He let us play, and the result is what you see. Yeah, you kept so much more than I thought you would keep.
Oh yeah, it was gold. I'm not gonna get rid of that.
I was like, oh,
you guys making me look good. I'm gonna take it all day long.
Prequel, Tangerine and Lemon.
You keep saying this. Y'all heard that? It's on tape. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, listen, Brian and I. It's like he said. It's like you just. I didn't know who Tangerine was until Brian stepped on to be Lemon. I mean, he's my other half. He's my partner in crime. He's my brother. I needed I needed, and again, I was a huge admirer of of Brian's work, you know, and the moment I met him, we just hit it off and we clicked, and he's a good friend. I care for him, I love him, and I think that came across. That's kind of the sort of added element that we brought to these characters, that we just had this full trust. And you know, going to work every day it was like you said, we shot it in a pandemic and lockdown. This was pre-vaccines. There was a dark cloud around us. We all went to work and was like, let's just have a good time and make everyone have a laugh. And I was exploring a new character, and I lent a lot on Brian. He's super smart and quick-witted, and we just was able to elevate the material. And like he said, that's so rare. And then on top of that, we had David Leitch, who just gave us this space and this encouragement and support and an environment where we could be experimental and play. And the same when I had scenes with Brad, you know, this is someone who could easily be threatened by younger actors coming on board and being like, just outshining him.
Just taking all the
instead, you know, he was there going, keep bring it, come on, bring it, sure. David, can we edit this out? I don't know. I think we're going to keep it. So, you know, he had to roll with it. Probably why he kicked me a little too hard. I mean, like, Brad's the most giving, you know, generous actor, and he really did support all of us. And, you know, it's been like that. This is a family of, you know, we had a lot of fun making this movie. And you'll see it on screen. That's what's really brilliant.
I think it was just really, I mean, it's always fun to play the villain, you know? It's like, it's a really good time to be able to kind of slip into something that's so unlike yourself. And also just play off of these amazing actors here. And they're so funny, and they just elevate every scene. Because my character is so, she's so evil, and she's so, like, sleuthy and conniving and innocent and all these fun things. But I also had a lot of fun finding the humor in her and building her, and also doing dialect training for her, and then I also had to learn a little bit of a new language for her. So it was just like, there was a lot of cool things that went into getting to play her. But the best part was when all those things were in place, I got to come on set and just be like with the coolest group of people, and just like kind of just find her essence with everyone. Kind of like Aaron was saying, he didn't quite know who Tangerine was without his lemon. I was excited to discover the spontaneity of what Prince would become with this cool cast.
I tell you what, I would walk on set, and you know, we pulled this thing all off in one soundstage, and it was technical mastery of the you know, the latest equipment to be able to do it, and that was really exciting. But again, it was just, I can't say enough about that time. It was just that time we were all kind of losing it, and to be able to you know, go to work and just like go have a, you know, laugh and know we're bringing something that I think is going to be, you know, a nice thing for everyone in that time and this time, was really the prevailing theme, and something that always like resonated with me. But don't do it.
And we got around
that.
Oh my God. No comment.
Anyway, I think it's important in movies to take people on a ride, and you can have all of those things live inside a film.
Yeah, I'll add that, you know, atonality used to be like a dirty word in filmmaking.
Dirty.
And I think that's one of the beauties of David's filmmaking is, you know, you're laughing one time, you're crying the next, and you're going on this wild ride in between the whole way through, and it feels like just exhilarating and wild, and I think this movie has that in spades.
Yeah, what you're pointing out is pretty much Dave's vernacular that has been really fun for me to watch develop, you know, from John Wick to Deadpool 2 and now to us. So we all signed up for that.
I personally wanted to see a world where Tangerine and I switched parts just to see what that would look like.
I'd forever keep forgetting that I was Tangerine. I kept on thinking I was Lemon. I was like, I'm Lemon, he's Tangerine. And then that was going to be like, we almost played with that for quite a bit.
Maybe you're twins.
Yeah, like, I wanted to see what it would be like to do that. But also, you know, there's some really cool parts in there. The Elder was really dope. And,
I got to say, I really love the Prince. I think what Joey did was killer, man. And she had some fun stuff to play with, like psychological stuff to play with, and manipulations and things like that I think was really, really cool. And I think you did
There was
great.
one moment where I was like, I just want to be playing someone else right now. There was this part, no spoilers here, where there was like
Thank God.
Jesus, David, there was a rewrite.
I think me.
There was a rewrite in my trailer one day, and I looked at it, and it was this like monologue, and it was a scene where potentially a couple lines surrounding this monologue that was new were in a different language. And I texted David, and I was like, "Hey, is this monologue supposed to be in English or the other language?" And he was like, "Oh, the other language would be cool." I was like, "Cool? Okay, it's in 10 days. I don't know this language." So in that moment, I started like panicking. I was like, "Oh my God, he just said it would be cool. Like, okay, I gotta learn this. I gotta learn it really quickly." So in that moment, I was like, "I just want to be Lemon right now.
Oh.
I just want to be Lemon right now. I don't want to learn this language." But that was actually the coolest part, getting to learn that.
You crushed it.
You did.
Thanks, man.
I want everyone to notice that no one said they wanted to be Brad.
Ladies.
Just put a check.
All right, we're over that one. It's okay with that one.
I wanted to be Momo.
Yes. You know what? When I saw that in the script, I mean, I still watch cartoons. I'm still a fan of daytime television. That's like youth. What am I saying? But either way,
Bold and the Beautiful.
I did look into Thomas the Tank Engine because I grew up with it, and like the fact that Lemon is so attached to it, and there's this youthfulness to him that he can tell who people are based on these characters. From Thomas the Tank Engine is, I thought was really fun and cool and geeky to do. We all agreed to get Thomas the Tank Engine tattoos after this. For that committee. But it was fun. That's what I liked about Lemon, like the levity of him, the childlikeness to him, that you can have him be so, shut up, Brad. He can be so youthful. He can be so youthful and still a killer at the same time. So, but I'm not as well versed in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh my God.
God, Bradley. But Thomas the Tank Engine is
Still a fan? No.
Yeah, still a fan.
Finish?
I'm done. I am so done, man.
We're here for you, buddy.
Do you see the abuse? Can
We're all
you tell
here for
everyone
you.
about this abuse that I endured?
Enjoy Berlin. Have a wonderful premiere. Am 4. August startet der Film in den Kinos. Bullet Train. Thank you.
Great.